This week at RAR Garage has been crazy. Ryan broke his car, the Hyundai Elantra, which has been with us for years. But thankfully, RAR Garage was able to come to the rescue. But things were only just getting started. Not only was Ryan's car in the shop, but it's fair season, and I'm determined to win prizes, so I asked RAR Garage to help me build an entire fair of games from the Impossible Bottle Up Challenge to the Insane Jacob's Ladder Challenge. I thought this was easy, so I challenged Matt and RAR Garage to build this all in one day. Can RAR Garage fix Ryan's car, or will it have to be junked and smashed at the junkyard? Stay tuned and find out.
So, Frontie's Hyundai Elantra is broken.
No! God, please, no!
And we gotta fix it. I'm not sure what happened yet, but we'll have to ask Ryan.
As some of you might already know, my car has been through a lot.
The Hyundai Elantra has been with Team RAR for so long and has been through so much. And on YouTube, we did some crazy things. I first destroyed it and I ran it over with the Hummer H1. I then surprised him with the exact same car. Next, I stole it and completely covered it in spray paint. Luckily, it was washable, so it did come off. Well, most of it. Then the following year, I stole it yet again, but instead of buying him a new car, I spent way too much money customizing this thing and making it look awesome, transforming his 2009 purple Hyundai Elantra to a Hyundai Elantra. But mechanically, it was exactly the same. It was still just an old, junky, high-mileage 2009 Hyundai Elantra.
Long story short, I've had this car for a super long time. It's kind of seen it all, and I know in the back of my mind that at some point, it's gonna die and I'm gonna need to get a replacement. But I didn't think that that day would be so soon, right? Just the other day, as I was going for a drive and leaving the Team RAR house, I was going about my business as usual. I put the key in the ignition, turned the car on, everything was working as it always does, except a little red light that says EPS turned on. I don't know what that means. It didn't mean anything to me. I don't know a lot about cars, and the car felt fine, so I just went with it, right? As I was backing up, it was totally fine, and then as I turned the car, it took all of my strength to turn the steering wheel. But when I changed it from reverse into drive, it went back to normal. So I just thought, okay, everything must be fine. I go on my way. About 1.5 miles into the drive, I hear this big clunk, and I thought I must have hit something, hit a pothole, whatever. Keep driving, don't think about it. About 30 seconds later, another clunk. I look in my rear view, I don't see anything in the road, so I know it's something wrong with my car, and it sounded like it came from the engine. And this is starting to really freak me out, because again, I don't know what's wrong, I don't know what's happening. Maybe the engine is literally falling out of the bottom of the car. And the worst part is, a bunch of lights on the dashboard all turn on at the same time, which to me means this is catastrophic and the car is maybe going to explode, who knows.
This is fine.
Luckily, I happen to be right next to a Walmart parking lot, so I pull in there at about 10 miles per hour, find a parking space all by itself, and the car just dies. I try to turn it back on, it will not turn back on, it just makes like a noise. I don't know if it's the battery, the engine, what it could possibly be. So I call my friend Matt, and luckily he's on it. He comes right over to help me out, tries to, get to the bottom of the problem, and he can't figure out what it is right away. So we have to tow the entire car back to RAR Garage, have them take a look at it, and hopefully they can save my car, because I really don't want to spend money on a new one.
All right, so we've got it in the shop now. Now we begin the diagnostic process.
It's fair season and I intended to win at every single game, so I decided to build each game at home so I could practice them nonstop.
So we're gonna build 4 carnival games, our 4 favorites. One is the ring toss game. Throw the ring on the bottle and you win a prize. The second one, we're gonna build the bottle up game, where you have a stick and you lift the bottle up and you have to get it to sit upright, just like that. Third, we're gonna build a basketball trick shot game, where you toss a basketball into a hoop and you get a prize. Fourth, and most fun of all, we're gonna build the Jacob's Ladder, where it's a ladder that you climb up, but it's not like an ordinary ladder. It's got 2 points at each end, so the ladder can actually spin and dump you off if you don't go up it perfectly straight. So let's get started.
Here's our barrier to stand behind when you're doing the ring toss.
We have our bottle up stick ready to go. Let's see if I can pick up a bottle.
A few moments later.
No. All right, so let's see what's going on with this car. When I turn the key, nothing happens. All right, so let's take the battery out, charge it up, and test it.
One eternity later.
And this is a battery tester. This will let me know if the battery's any good. We clamp it on like the charger, turn it on. Bruh. All right, here we go. So we've got our finished ladder. It's pretty cool. But this is exactly how they have it at the carnivals. You actually have to keep your center of gravity right down the middle. Otherwise, you just get dumped right off of the ladder. This tests the load on the battery and it says that it's good, so it's something else. All right, so we'll put the battery back in the car and now we're going to test the charging system. All right, let's see if it starts and what warning lights are on now. Now, if you look at that, we've got a battery light on right now. That makes me think the charging system's bad. All right, so this battery tester is also a charging system tester. So we're gonna pop it on and test the alternator, which is what charges the battery. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but this time I'm gonna run a charging system test. Just as I suspected, low output. It's saying that our alternator is not putting out any charge. Let's get the guys in here to practice. We're pulling the H2 monster truck out of the garage to be used as the other end of our carnival ladder so that we can tie to this end here so that you can climb up to it like that. But first we gotta clean it. Okay, so there's one other thing it could be besides the alternator, and that's the fuse for the alternator. Let me check that real quick. Okay, and that's showing that that fuse is good, so it is most likely the alternator. All right, so a normal basketball hoop is 10 feet off the ground, and a free throw shot is 24 feet away. But at the fair, or the carnival, they make the basketball hoop 11 feet off the ground, and they make you shoot from 28 feet away, just to make it that much harder. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna go grab some cinder blocks to put under it to raise it up to the carnival height. All right, so we've got the ladder here installed between the two trucks. It's pretty cool, but no one's gonna get it right on the first try, so they're gonna fall off. So we've gotta put air mattresses down so nobody has a hard landing.
Everything's set up and it's looking good. Time to get much needed practice in.
It's too easy to launch that ball.
Already given up.
So unstable, you know. Well, you almost had it. That was your third attempt. I've been here an hour. Oh! Okay. While we practice, Matt's got his hands full. Diagnosing his car is more challenging than expected, but hopefully we can figure it out soon, because otherwise, this thing is going to the junkyard.
Okay, well, it looks like it may not be the alternator because now that we're looking at it, there's no belt. The belt flew off. Now that's fun. That's an easy fix. It literally wrapped itself around the AC belt. There we go. Alright, that's the last chunk of it.
All right, practice is done, and I think I'm ready to win some fair prizes. So I'm gonna go head on over to the fair and see if I can win big.
So inflated.
This is it. This is it, man.
49 more.
Yes!
I think this might be the hardest game at the park.
Especially with these bottles right here.
Dude, that was so close. If the instant replay on that, it literally went onto the spout and then it bounced out.
Fight it! Fight! Oh! Oh! You got the button! I knew that training was worth it! What?
Better read that sign.
Oh my gosh, push the button. You could have hit it twice if you knew.
I know I could!
Yep, now lift. There you go.
Okay, so to change the belt, or to put the new belt on, I just need to loosen up the alternator so I can adjust it. I'll put the new belt on the pulleys, tighten it up, and we'll be good to go. Very simple.
Finally, the training paid off! Yeah. All the practice.
Quick right here, right now. Ring on a zipper bottle, ring on a zipper bottle. Oh. Let's all the way, hold it. Hey!
Man, I never expected to win this much. The fair was a blast, but it wasn't cheap, and Ryan is out of money, so hopefully Matt figured out exactly what's wrong with the car. So let's get check in and see how it's coming.
Alternator's loosened up, now the new belt can go on. Now that's on. All we need to do is tighten the alternator back down, get the belt tension set properly, and we're good to go. Now we just start the engine up and see if the battery light went away. And that's it. Battery light's off, we're fixed.
Nice.
And the Hyundai Guinea lives another day.
All I gotta say is thank you to RAR Garage for saving my car, because if it wasn't for them, I would have had to drop, what, $20,000, $30,000 to get something new. I was not ready to spend that kind of cash. Guys, make sure you subscribe to RAR Garage. They're saving the day over here. Peace out.